All right, Christian, you can go ahead.
Zion, our defense is loaded at this point? Is that something normal?
I'm sorry, you were kind of blocked out. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Our defense is loading up on you. When you drive to the basket, like seeing 4 or 5 guys in the paint. I mean, is that just becoming something that's normal at this point?
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty normal at this point.
And just when you do see that type of coverage, I mean, is it hard? What is just your approach when you see it from?
Take my time and make the read. Just make just a basketball approach to the game.
Yeah, you guys were able to make that comeback in the second half and take the lead late. I guess what kind of happened from that point that allowed them to take control, in the final minutes?
I mean, they hit tough shots, made free throws, and some of them rebounds we need to get, we didn't get them. Simple as that.
Hey, Z, how disheartening is it when the game is so close like that? You look at the free throw line, the turnovers, and know that it was kind of maybe some simpler things that could have been fixed, and you guys could have got the win. How much is that disheartening when you look at it?
It is frustrating a little bit because those are things that we can change. I mean, all I can say on that is take the lesson, learn from it, and just try to get better.
And just knowing how big this game was for you guys, with only 12 games left in the season, I guess, what's the feeling in the locker room, walking away with a loss here?
Tough loss, but like I said, that's that game. That game's over with. Now we got to focus on winning the next game at a time.
Thanks, E. We're all set.
No problem. You guys have a good night.
Start with Ben Hale and then Todd Rappanini.
Coach, do you feel like the opportunities were there, but with the amount of missed free throws and turnovers, those were just too much to overcome?
I mean, I think even with that, the opportunities were there. We had some defensive rebounds down the stretch we couldn't get. Yeah, I mean, there were certainly plenty of opportunities there. The free throws and turnovers keep it from, make it a close game instead of one you could. I mean, we shot 10 more free throws than they did and made the we shot the same number of free throws they did and they made 10 more. Like, that's going to be tough to overcome. There's no question. But we could have overcome it. We just, it's a couple things down the stretch. I mean, it's just frustrating. It's frustrating for me. It's frustrating for them. To be right there in the Washington game, lose in overtime, to be right there in the New York game where you should have won it in regulation, lose it in overtime, to have a shot to beat, Brooklyn right there, close game, and then the same thing tonight. I mean, to be right there game after game after game and to get yourself ready to play and to go out and compete and not be able to finish it off, it's frustrating for every one of us, coaches, players, front office, everybody, to be right there. And I'll give our guys credit, and, we'll see what happens on Monday, but, they keep fighting through the frustration and going out and competing every night, and I thought they did that again tonight. I mean, down big at halftime and come back out and get right back in it, fight through the frustration on the free throws and stuff. So, I'll give them credit in that regard. We've just got to do what it takes to win, and we got to play more solid basketball.
That third quarter was your best one of the game. Was there a certain adjustment, a certain strategy change that you implemented at halftime to get BI going and get the team going?
Well, not really a strategy thing. I listen. They were having trouble matching up with Zion in the second quarter, and so we were just going to him. It was too much. I wasn't getting anybody else involved, and so that was my mistake coaching-wise. I looked at the thing at halftime. Brandon only has 5 shots. I mean, I said when we talked about defensive adjustments we wanted to make, taking care of the ball, all those things offensively, I said, we're going to move the ball more. I'm going to make sure I get Brandon involved, and we were able to do that. It should have been done in the first half, but we did adjust, and I think he had 5 shots at halftime. He got 16 shots in the second half. We got him involved a little bit more, and I think that helped us.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned it already, but those defensive rebounds that you were not able to get down the stretch, and of course, Najee did a pretty decent job on DeRozan as well as he could, and missing the shots, but you just were not able to get those opportunities, and the second chance points really hurt. Yeah, I mean,
you're not against a guy like that. You're not going to get stops every time down, and I thought we did a decent job. We had some breakdowns in the game where we didn't do what we were supposed to do, but for the most part, I mean, I thought we fought it out pretty good, and then. We've got hands on the ball too, and we just, it was disappointing because rebounding's been the one thing we've been able to count on all year and should be able to count on, and tonight not so much.
Yes, and tonight it was the free throws and the turnovers. That a lot of these games we walk away and you say, man, we kind of beat ourselves, and this one, I guess. From a big picture standpoint as a franchise, how do you address that, going into the offseason when it's been an issue, a lot of the season?
Well, I mean, every game's been different. This isn't the same as the Washington game or the New York game or the Brooklyn game. I mean, you guys have already hit on the 2 things that were the problem tonight, we hit a long stretch in the year after the first West Coast trip, and I don't know, we went a lot of games. I mean, close to 30 games, I think, where we were the number 2 offense in the league. And the 2 things that were going on there is we were shooting the ball well from 3, but we cut the turnovers. And now we're back to being a mistake team. That's a problem. And the free throws have been a problem all year. Not maybe this bad, but it's been a problem all year. We're one of the worst free throw shooting teams in the league. And so as far as going forward, Will, what do you do about that? You practice your free throws and you try to get better. Like, I don't have a strategy for that. I don't have a strategy for shooting free throws, like that we need to do something differently or anything. So I don't know, run different free throw plays, I guess. I don't know.
Lonzo had a look there from the left wing, touched the tie. I know he had a roll in it. Is that a look that you like in that situation there?
It's an open 3, was an open three. It wasn't contested. Yeah, it was an open three, and a guy who was at the time 6 for 9 on the night. Like, you know, you're gonna complain about that. I mean, you know, then I don't know what you're doing coaching wise. Like, you can't decide based on the result. You know, if that goes in, everybody's saying great shot. If it doesn't, now you should have done. You know, we should have gotten the ball to Zion and Brand. Come on. Like, you can't have a guy out there that any shot he misses is a bad shot. I mean, he was 6 for 10 from 3 tonight. It was an open shot, really from about the same spot where he had just hit the one right before. So, yeah, I'm not quibbling with that.
Hey Stan, you mentioned the turnovers have started to kind of tick up. Do you think that's a case where guys are maybe, I don't want to say trying too hard, but they're looking to make the extra play, knowing kind of the stakes of the games are kind of getting higher and higher?
You know what? I mean, that's just a great point, Andrew. I said at halftime to our team, you know, I think we were trying to make too many home run plays, and we were playing a little fat. Like, everybody wanted to get it done so much. Everybody's trying to make the play and the whole thing instead of just moving the ball and playing solid basketball. And we've had that problem in the past. We got out of that for a while, and then, you know, it started to come back. And tonight, it was early in the game especially. I mean, we're trying to throw the ball full court, and I mean, we had some really, really poor decisions early in the game.
Thank you, Coach. We're all set. All right, let's get hands up for BI, please. Andrew, go ahead.
Hey, Brandon, how when you look at just the fight that you guys had to get back into it, how disheartening is it to look at the box score and see the turnovers and the free throws, knowing that this was one that if you the guys would have taken care of that this would have been a different outcome.
I think every loss hurts the same way. I think the good that we can take out of it is the things that you just said, the things that can be handled, the free throws and turnovers. I actually think at the end of the stretch, I had a few, even at the beginning of the game, the defensive stretches that I had in some possessions weren't very good, and rushing in the fourth quarter on some of my shots. But like you said, we could have handled those things also.
Hey, what is just the mood in the locker room like after a couple of these close losses in a row now?
Well, it hurts. It hurts to lose, especially at this point in the season when we know we need them the most. But we continue to stay together, continue to talk about the game plans of next game, trying to move on and just trying to be better the next game.
And whether it's the free throws or turnovers or defense in other games, does it feel like just a big picture issue for you guys is just finding ways to not beat yourself in some of these games? Does it feel like that's an issue that's been something you guys have dealt with all year?
We've had some lows, we have some highs, and I think in all of them we saw some good and bad things. And on the good things, we just continue to harp on them and try to be even better at them. And some of the bad things that we struggle at, we just try to get better at them. This season has been the process for sure, just trying to learn the game more and more every single day. And I think with the guys we have, we just continue to learn and just try to be better each and every day.
And Stan mentioned that, when you guys were up there, top 3 offense, during the middle part of the year, a big thing was y'all kind of getting the turnovers under control. And he said lately that's something that's kind of slipped for you guys. Why do you think that's become an issue as of late for you guys, turning the ball over?
I think just guys want to make stuff happen. We have a very, very talented group that just wants to go on the floor and make stuff happen for their teammates. Of course, be aggressive in our offense, and turnovers happen. Turnovers happen, especially when you're just trying to be aggressive and make a play for our team. But we know we have to cut them down and have a sense of urgency on that side, and get the best shot for our team.
I know you guys have a couple of perimeter players who can knock down threes out right now. Just as an offensive player, how much more difficult is it operating out there when the floor is compressed and the defense got to pack it in?
Well, we've pretty much seen that all year, especially me and Zion, even other guys going to the rim. But we just whatever our guys' greatness is, we try to put them in the best position to get to that. Guys don't have to necessarily shoot the 3-ball if they're not comfortable shooting the 3-ball. They're getting to the rim. You see Nigel Marshall getting to the rim. Eventually, he has the confidence to knock that 3-ball down. So guys just step up. Next to the guy just steps up and try to play their game to the best ability they can do. But offense for me as Zion isn't that hard because of just using our smartness and our IQ, trying to get guys involved and also trying to go for our own buckets.
Thank you, Brandon. Pause that.
Thank you.
All right, Andrew, you can start it off.
Hey, so sorry about that. How frustrating is it when you look at the box score and you see the missed free throws and the turnovers and if it was little things that might have kept you guys from getting points on?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the little things, add up, especially, like you said, the turnovers. We had a lot of turnovers today, a lot of missed free throws. I missed the tying three, so it was a lot of little things that ultimately led to us losing as a team. And got to watch the film and get back to the drawing board again tomorrow.
Stan mentioned that you guys have had a couple more. The turnovers have started to pick up. It was something you guys have fixed for a long time. Do you think it's guys trying to, where the stakes of these games are getting higher? Do you think guys are just trying to make more plays, trying to kind of, like he was saying, kind of hit home runs instead of hitting some singles?
Yeah, I mean, I think everything's coming from a good place. Like you said, guys are trying to make the right play and make the best play. Unfortunately, sometimes we get a little ahead of ourselves, including myself, and we turn the ball over. And when we do that, it jeopardizes our defense and leaves easy points for the other team.
How tough is it just to have so many of these close games not go your way here recently?
Just losing in general is tough. No matter how you lose. Like I said, we got another game on Monday, and we got to win that one.
And just knowing the stakes of this game, just what's the feeling in the locker room after walking away with the L in this one?
Yeah, I mean, we knew this was definitely a big game. It was pretty much worth 2 for us, but we still got 12 left. So, I mean, we lost this one, but we got to go on a pretty nice run at the end of the year to give ourselves a shot, at the playing game.
Thank you, Lonzo. We're all set.